Namaskar Ebam Swagatam. We have today with us Babar Ali, the world's youngest headmaster, Biśbēra sarba-kaniṣṭha pradhāna śikṣaka. Yes, you heard it right. He is the next guest on this show. Thank you so much, Headmaster sir, for accepting the invitation and taking out the time. Samaya Viratara.
Namaskar, thank you very much for this opportunity.
So for those of you who might not be familiar with Babar sir, the title, the youngest headmaster title in the world, was given to him by BBC in October of 2009 when he was just 16, and BBC stands for British Broadcasting Corporations. So আপনি কেমন আছেন? I think I pronounced it right.
আমি ভালো আছি এবং বাংলা এবং ওড়িয়া ভাষা এক কি বলবো যে মনে হয় যে যেখানে সিমিলারিটি রয়েছে এবং আমারও খুব ভালো লাগে যখন ওড়িশা যাই বা ওড়িয়া ভাষা শুনি। তো আমি ভালো আছি, আশা করি আপনারাও সবাই ভালো আছেন।
Yes, I'm totally fine. I'm actually excited. Like we do not give guests like you on this podcast. It's a new one, and I think it will be fine for all the people. So I have one question. Like you mentioned in your talks that you get your inspiration from Swami Vivekananda. Like you mentioned one of his quotes, like service to men is service to God. So which qualities of Swamiji you inspired you?
You see, Swami Vivekananda, he is the great son of India.
Yeah.
So what I can say you, each and every messages, if you can realize and if you can try to implement in your real life, you can get energy, and not only energy, it will give you more strength to do whatever you can do, whatever means to change your life, to change our society. So that thing I have also received since my childhood. Not only his messages, service to man is service to God. It inspired me. Later on, you see, to do something or to continue something good or something, there are lots of difficulties or problems you can face in your life.
Yeah.
So whenever I faced those kinds of challenges in my life, then I tried to realize Swamiji's messages. You see, he left lots of messages for us.
Yeah.
So I tried to realize, and not only realization, I tried to implement his messages in my real life. So frankly, it gave me strength, energy, and it also helped me to believe myself, because believe in yourself, this is the most important thing. So what I can say you, so this is my 20 years is going on. I have faced different kind of challenges, but his messages always inspired me, always gave me strength, energy to do more works for my society as well as my country.
Swamiji is truly an inspiration for India and for the world also. One of his quotes I would like to quote is rise, awake, and never stop till the goal is reached.
Yes, you are right. You are right.
This quote inspired me as well, and the preachings of Swami Vivekananda do help me also in my initial careers. I used to listen to him, I think after 12th, and it was surreal for me. Next thing, I was just curious. I was just going through your biography. You have a Wikipedia page as well, and somewhere it was mentioned that people started being jealous of your achievement as you had so much at a younger age, and even you had to have a police protection to appear for your college exams. So like this, I didn't get this. Why people started being jealous of you, and what was the thing going on? It was shocking for me.
Even you see, I don't know why people have become so jealous. People should inspire, people should encourage our younger generation, and people who are doing something great or who are trying to do something. We need to support them, we need to inspire them, so that we can change our society. Otherwise, some people, they have the very, I mean, what I can say, narrow mindset. Okay, even they are not trying. If anybody is trying to do something, they are not coming to help. Even you don't need to help them. Don't become a burden. Don't create any problem to them. So it is not only coming from the ignorance, but you see many people, there are many reasons. Whenever you are broad-minded, you are trying to bring something new, something good for others. Maybe the narrow-minded people who only wants to listen in their own, they may create some problems. So these are the problems in our society, this jealousy. That's why I always try to mention again one Swami Vivekananda's message, that is, go on bravely. Go on bravely. Do not expect success in a day or year. Always hold on to the highest. Be steady. Avoid jealousy and selfishness. Be obedient. Be eternally faithful to the cause of truth, humanity, and your country, and you will move the world. So whenever I face these kinds of problems from the peoples, actually what happened? They are not trying. If anybody is going to do something, they are making lots of problems. Okay, lots of problems. So same thing I have faced my childhood. There was discouragement. When I started my institution, what he is doing, they keep laughing at me. When it was getting progress, I mean day by day, more students come to attend our school. Many people, they came forward to help me from administration, from philanthropic organization. Then they created conspiracy that no, we should not help him to continue this mission. So you see, on my institution, this is for the modern education. There is many religious biased peoples. They also created lots of problems. Okay, and they made lots of chaos. So for that, I told you that Swamiji's message is always helped me, protected me with my mission, to help me to carry my, to look forward with my mission. So this is the common problem. Okay, the jealousy nowadays. Okay, so our main motto should be that we should love others, we should help others, because love can conquer everything. So you see, suddenly if you are going to start any kind of a company or like startup, because in your institution there is the incubation center and everything is there. So people like us, we should support you, we should encourage you to achieve your goal. Similarly, you should have the motto that yes, when I will be established, I should give something back to our society. So in that way, we can create a good environment, and our personality development, that is 3H, that is development of head, hand, and heart. So we should do.
Well, yeah, you mentioned that you struggled a lot, but still you are at the place where they just wished they could achieve the kind of success that you had. Even though they were might not be happy with your achievements, they hindered you in many ways, but still you are pretty much successful than each one of those people. And yeah, I'm proud to interview you on this podcast. So thank you for coming again. And yeah, I had this little doubt, like the school, the internet states two names of your schools. One is Beladanga CRSGS High School, and another is Raj Govinda. So which was your school? I'm just confused.
Two are same. You see, in English, it is Beldanga. CRGS means Kashim Bajar Raj Govindo Sundari. Okay, C Kashim Bajar, R is Raj, G is Govindo, S is Sundari. So Beldanga CRGS High School, it is English we are called, but its full name, that is CRGS, is Kashim Bajar Raj Govindo Sundari. So both are same. So Beldanga, the full name is Beldanga Kashim Bajar Raj Govindo Sundari Vidya.
Proud moment for the school to have alumni like you passing out. And you must be missing your front row, middle row front seat with blue collar and white uniform that you used to wear. Do you miss those days?
Of course, because from my school only I started my mission, but I was not middle row, but my first bench was reserved for me. Only I am the person who always sat in the first bench in the school. That was reserved for myself only. I always wanted to give to bring leadership. That kind of quality I tried to bring in my student life. So that is called ideal student. I always tried to become an ideal student in my school life, and not only my school, I also badly missing my college, because my college, Krishnanath College, they gives me much honor. Not only that, they always feel proud that they got a student like me. So similarly, I also always miss my college, that is Barhampur Krishnanath College.
Right.
The two Barhampur. In your Odisha, there is Barhampur. Here is also Barhampur. Our district town it's called Barhampur. Yes.
Right. Yeah. You have even made your country proud by going to US, UK, Canada, multiple number of times and speaking at those events. So the college is proud, the country is also proud of you, sir.
Yes.
So the school name, when you started, it was called Ananda Shiksha-niketan, like the home of joyful learning. So how did you come up with such a beautiful name?
Okay, so there is the story.
Okay.
Perhaps you already heard about that story. Again, I am going to repeat for our beautiful audience. That is, you know that when I started my mission, my mother, she is the first person who came forward to help me. And initially, my father, he had an ambition to see me as an IAS officer. So he thought that if I can share my lessons with others, maybe my own education is going to be hampered. So he scolded me and warned me that not to continue this work, that no, you should not do that. But what I did, I gathered those children at a nearby village jungle. Again, he came to know that I am doing the same thing. So one day he asked a retired degree college principal, because my father was very much associated with that retired degree college principal, that my son is doing the work. I told him not to do this because you have the education, but he is not listening me. He is doing the same work. So what I should do? So his reply was, no, you should not stop him. He is doing a good work. If he can do good for the society, God will help him. Even if he can share his knowledge with his lessons with others, he can gain more knowledge. So my father, he also became convinced within a very short period, that is within 1 month. Then I decided to inaugurate my school. That was 2003 in the month of April. So what I did, one day I collected sari from my mother and the village women, made a pandal, hired a microphone, and asked that retired degree college principal to inaugurate our school. He did that. Later, then the idea came in my mind, we should give a suitable name for our institution. Then I asked him that, please, sir, please suggest us what should be a suitable name for our institution. So he suggested us that in your school, throughout my observation, students are taking their classes in joyful atmosphere. So it should be in Bengali, Ananda Shiksha-niketan, the home of joyful learning. So actually, he is the person who helped us to bring this beautiful name, the home of joyful learning.
So when you started in the family background, backyard, so was it called, your school had some name or it didn't have any name back then when you started with just 8 students?
Still now you see our school name is Ananda Shiksha-niketan, the beautiful name, but still now people, they can understand that is Babar Ali's school. Everybody, even the students, Babar Ali's school, everybody, students also know. I do just trying to help them. No, your school name is Ananda Shiksha-niketan. So no, but Babar Ali is popularly Babar Ali's school, popularly known as Babar Ali's school everywhere. The same tradition is going on. This year I am going to, our institution is going to complete 20 years of our journey.
Congrats.
So the same tradition is going on. That is Babar Ali's school.
You should consider changing the name, might be.
Yes, no, Ananda Shiksha Niketan, it is the many peoples like you, the love, blessings, help, everybody's helps, blessings are associated with this institution. That's why I became Babar Ali. That's why with lots of problems, ups and adversities, but I had the well wishers like you. That's why it is possible, or it was possible, to continue my mission, or we are going to complete our 20 years of journey.
Sure, sir. We will support you like till 100 years, 200 years, till whenever I can support you. I'm just a student now, but in the future, I'm definitely looking if I can get to a position where then I can surely help you in reaching your mission. So you said that the future plan of the school is to convert it into a degree college. So what's the plan? Is it near or we have some hurdles?
Of course, there is the hurdles. You see, it depends on the situation, surrounds environment, uh, environment, and the government policy. Lot of things.
So we have lost Babar sir and we'll try to reconnect with him. Yeah. Uh, sir, you are not audible. You are on mute. Um,
Now is it
yeah.
okay?
Yeah, it is okay. It's okay.
Okay, so I can start again.
Yeah.
Okay, of course there is so many hurdles. Of course there. You see, it depends on the surroundings, environment, the place where are you from, government policy, support. Lots of things are associated with this. But this is our short-term plan. We are working on it. Before that, we want to bring in human excellence center and a skill-based learning center within a very short period. That is in our 20 years of journey, this year only.
Right.
But my mission is education for all with equal opportunity. So across the country, many philanthropic organizations, many of our well-wishers, and I am so happy. Our younger generation, many people, they want to support me. They want to give quality education. They want to do something for the sake of betterment of the education. So not only for my area or the particular place. Now I want to work throughout the country. So you see, our teachers and the managing committee members, they are capable enough to run Ananda Shiksha Niketan. Now I want to work for a bigger mission, that is education for all with equal opportunity across the country with the support of the people's life. So that is my mission, and of course we will bring the degree college and everything in our area also. But I will give more focus for my dream. Not only my dream, it is our dream, that is education for all with equal opportunity across the country, and I am working on it.
Right, sir. The whole country supports you. I hope Government of India too supports your initiative with the new education policy that was inaugurated in 2020. So I hope to see your degree college incorporating that new policy, because the policy of India, the education policy, needs a little reform, and I think you can provide that.
Yes.
So you mentioned that you started your school with just 8 students, out of which 6 were girls, and the number of students rose to 500 in 2016. And I am guessing that today the number might be around 1,000 students. So how was the journey from 8 to 500 to 1,000?
You see, there was the up down was there. Sometimes it was up, sometimes it was down. Okay. So from 8, you see, from 8 it became 20. So it was a continuous process, step by step process. It was the motive. There was a lots of efforts, lots of motive, and of course under my leadership. But many people also helped me. Many of my friends, many of my teachers, managing committee members, they also came forward to help me to bring the children in the field of education. So what I can say you that was the continuous process, and lots of patients were involved with that, and thereafter we have received a very good result to bring children in the field of education, especially for the girls children. So what I can say you, that was a continuous process, and lots of patience and love was associated with this mission to bring the children in the field of education. So we can say that for last 20 years, around 7,000 students have taught from our school, and we provided them completely free education.
Right, and out of those 7,000, many are teachers at your school teaching other students, I think for free, and they must be like they studied from the same school. They, if it weren't for that school, I think they might not have received quality education. So even they are taking your mission and going forward with it.
No, but they are all qualified teachers as per you see Right to Education Act. What they are calling that they should graduate, postgraduate, and the teachers training degree they should have. So they are all qualified teachers because they are qualified as because we have received the recognition from the state government. So they are all qualified, not only qualified, they are dedicated students, teachers. This is the most important thing. Passionate teachers. Nowadays, if you have degree, but if you are not dedicated, if you are not passionate, if you are thinking about money, then nothing will be possible. So they are dedicated and passionate enough. They want to, that's why they came back to help Ananda Shiksha Niketan, to bring more child, to give students, to give good education. And our institution, as I mentioned everywhere, that I learned since my childhood, that what is the meaning of education? The purpose of education cannot be served by just scoring good marks. Instead of preparing the children to score high marks, we have to concentrate on overall development of children by developing their skills with a practical oriented curriculum. That is one thing. Another thing is education is not a bookish knowledge, not a pack of information, but it is human making. So human making education is also very much necessary. The holistic development of a students at the as a younger generation, this is very much necessary. That we can bring back from our elementary education system. So we are also giving focus, and we are also giving concentration on these issues also.
Nice, nice. So just a little question. Which board is the school affiliated to, like state board, CBSE board, or and till which class students can learn at your school?
You see, our school, it is situated in a very remote area, remotest area.
Yeah.
Okay, you can say. And perhaps you read about our district also, the geographical location, socio-economic, Murshidabad. Yes, socio-economic condition, everything you heard. I thought you already came to know all these things. So our institution, it is recognized by West Bengal Board of Secondary Education, because you see the students who are coming still now, they are the first generation learner, or hardly they are the second generation learners, you can say.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the till secondary section, primary to secondary, we have in our school. Now I already mentioned you, now we are working for the higher educational education, and as well as the skill based and the human excellence center for their holistic development and personality development. All these things we need to bring in such a remotest area where the real education, actual education is a priority, I think. That things we are trying to bring in our area, especially in our area, we are trying to.
So you mentioned about Murshidabad. I would like to add something. Like, I was born here in Odisha, but the majority of my childhood I spent in Jharkhand, in Dhanbad district. So, and I have seen the poverty levels there, and not as much as Murshidabad, but yes, I do believe that education is the only way to break the chains of poverty, and your mission is just doing that. And the reason a lot of people are supporting you, giving donations to you to take this mission forward. So it's the right step. I just want to
Yes, and
reassure.
you got that very good point. Most of the, I mean, maximum migrant laborers, they are from Murshidabad. They are in every places you can get the migrant laborers. They are from Murshidabad. Once upon a time, it was the capital of Bengal, Bihar, and Odisha. It is one of the historical place, and it is such a big district. Around if around 1 crore population is there in such a district. There is 3 member of parliament. So this is a huge district, very big district. You know, for there was no university for 75 years after independence. Recently, they declared our college where I studied as an university. With some, I mean, a college became a university, now. So you can understand, and there is no industry. Better to so no industry. Only the bidi, the tobacco is the industry here. People are dependent on agriculture and the migrant laborers. Everywhere you can get the migrant laborers. And I hope you can get the socio-economic situation here, and the political, sometimes the political intolerance, and some problems are also there, but it is going on.
Yeah,
Yes.
During the lockdown, I heard in the news that many migrant laborers are going back, and I heard the name Murshidabad at that time. It was not a good
Yes,
situation.
yes, you are right.
Uh,
Yes, of course, many people, you saw that situation, how, what was the difficulties they faced. Yes, that's why I told you, not only in our country, they are also in the Middle East as the labor. I mean, they are working in the Middle East, in different places they are working. So this is the situation. And you see, for last 2 years also, for the children who studied at our institution, even in many I mean, especially for the rural background students, it is better to say that they were totally deprived from the education, because there was no online education. When we started our school, that was from 19th of February 2021. We closed 16th March 2020, and we started 19th February 2022. They about to forget everything.
yeah.
Again, we started with beginning. So this is the situation. So quality education, this is also one of the important thing nowadays, that we are going to give focus. And to run an institution, it is not so easy without, but there is no government support. Only the peoples like you are supporting. So this is not so easy.
I want to reassure that people like us will continue supporting you in your journey. And
Yes,
I
yes.
think the government is planning something on the line of a digital university. I'm not sure how they are going to implement that, but at least it's a good idea to at least put forward and make planning around it. A digital university for the entire India. So let's see how the plan goes by the government of India. In 2005, when you were in class 8, you were invited by Nobel laureate Amartya Sen to Shanti Niketan to give a talk. It's a learning founded by Rabindranath Tagore. So that must be a very proud moment for you to go there and speak about your journey.
Yes. So actually, Honorable Nobel laureate Amartya Sen sir, his organization called Pratichi India Trust. He is working for educational health in India and Bangladesh, our nearest country. So he sent his representatives that time at our institution to see what we are doing here. Then they invited us, and then I am fortunate enough that I delivered my speech in front of the teachers there. And not only Nobel laureate Amartya Sen sir was there. That time our whole ministers for finance, health and family welfare, education, many district panchayat chairman, district administration, everybody were there. Of course, that was my first public speech I delivered in front of the teachers, and I always feel proud to say about that.
It's definitely a proud moment. At age 8, I don't think many of us are even able to speak something in front of other people, and we just gave a speech in front of teacher. So that's so nice. And yeah, these things which are about to mention are almost available anywhere in the internet. But just I want to restate here. In 2002, like you traveled 10 kilometers to go to your CRGS school, 8 kilometers by bus, 2 kilometers by foot, and you were in the school which is a government college, government school, so it was free for you. And then you chose to educate the students, the nearby students, the things which you learned that day at school. So you couldn't afford to miss school because you wanted to teach your kids. And yeah, you don't have to comment on this because there are many talks available, and I don't want to just replicate those things here. One beautiful line that you said: miles to go before I sleep, miles to go before I sleep. So how did you come up with why this line resonates with your thoughts of your mission by the Robert Frost poem?
So you see, when I started my mission, my father ambition was to see me as an IAS officer. I also thought that sometimes I will clear my UPSC examination. Maybe I am not going to go for that job if I can clear, but I should continue with my mission. Then I determined that no, I am not going to give more time to do that. I should concentrate about for my mission. Okay, for my mission. And you see, this is not. That's why I mentioned that that was not for the time being. The work that I am doing, that is not for the time being. That sometimes I started to teach others, then I am going to leave all these things. It was not. There was a mission, there was a vision, there was a dedication, there was a love, everything was associated with my thinking and with my mission. So that's why I always love to say, and I, you know that I am also one of the student. I am a literature student. English.
Yeah.
I did my English literature, English honors, and everything. I also read all these things. Okay, so this particular line, why I always love to mention, because in my whole life, I want to do something for the children, for the students, for the betterment of our society, for the betterment of education. So, and you see, I always think that I want to be a student forever. That's why learner, I am a student forever. And these two lines, that's why I particularly mentioned that mileage to go before I sleep and mileage to go before I sleep, because we need to do lots of things. There is no, for me, there is no definition of success. Success, it does not mean that you are going to complete your master degree, you have a job. This is not called success. Every time you can bring the new success. So there is no ending of success. There is no ending of success, that I believe. That's why to follow my mission, to follow my vision, these particular two lines, not only for myself, I think who can think that I should do something in my whole life for them, mileage to go before I sleep and mileage to go before I sleep. If we can realize and implement these two lines, it should be the perfect line for all of us.
Absolutely right, sir. We studied this poem when I was in class 10th, and I was fortunate to get a teacher who explained this poem beautifully to us, and it just stuck in my mind. And it's an inspiring poem, Miles to Go Before I Sleep. The words are similar, but both those lines are very different. Yeah. So I have in front of us a list of your achievements, which are also present on the Wikipedia page, and I'm not going to say every achievement, but just a major one for the people listening. So Babar sir was mentioned in the speech given by President of India, Sri Ramnath Kovind sir, towards the end of his speech on to the nation on 25th January 2020. He is also a TED speaker. He has given many talks in India and outside India, and also an INK Inc. Fellow, Wyatt Fellow, and now a Priyansh Koyar Podcast Fellow as well. His story is part of CBSE Board's Class 10th Standard English textbook, some of the syllabus of Karnataka State Board also. And the last thing, he was featured on Amir Khan's TV show Satyamev Jayate in July of 2012. So I think after you were featured by Amir sir's show, you must have got a bit recognition around the country, and people might have thought like, yes, we should support your initiative. So any comments on that?
Of course, that his show and his recognition, it gives me, of course, it gives us more recognition. And before that also, he along with the Reliance and CNN, IBN, he felicited me before Satyamev Jayate. And that time also, you see, from that time, I got lots of help and recognition from our society, from our country, also from abroad. So especially it started when our former Chief Minister Buddhadev Bhattacharya, he felicited me after my 10th standard examination in West Bengal. Then whole media from national and international, they came to know about me and my mission, and they came forward to support me. And of course, Satyamev Jayate, it also gives us a very big platform. And Forbes 30 under 30, that was the first list. That was the first list in Forbes Asia. That was the first list, and among 30 under 30, International Literacy Association, they also choose as one of the 30. No, INK is different. That is innovation and knowledge, and that is International Literacy. Yes, so most
we were talking about INC and the Literary Society.
Yes, so INC is innovation and knowledge. So there is a story. So when I became the TED fellow, that was also that after BBC, when they called me as the youngest headmaster in the world, they visited my place. Then TED India happened, and from TED they selected me as the TED fellow. Even I did not know what is TED, where I am exactly going, but you know, TED is a very big platform. So I became TED fellow when I was 16 years old, and there that time I spoke in Bengali in TED main stage. And one of my friend, who came from Bangladesh, one of the delegate, he translated it in English. And they are Miss Madam Lakshmi Prachouri. Then his organization is INC, Innovation and Knowledge. That was my first speech in English, because you see, I learned English alphabet from my father when I was in 5th standard, not from my school. And so, and the International Literacy Association, that is another organization from US. So every year also they are publishing the people who are working for the betterment of literacy across the globe. So they also recognized in their 30 under 30 list. So yes, and most important thing is when the students are studying about our journey, especially in Karnataka state, in their pre-university, that is 11th and 12th standard, 11th standard textbook. So the love, the dedication, and the students are so inspired by this work. I am always feel proud to say. So I think if any students out of 100, out of thousands are inspired, and at least they can do a minimum thing for our society, I think that is my achievement. That's why I always love to say that we need to bring back at least 100 Babar Ali and his mission across the country. So this is my main mission, and I already mentioned you now. 20 years I'm going to complete. So I will give more focus for my dream, that is education for all with equal opportunity in different parts of our country.
Sure, sir. There won't be 100 Babar Ali. There will be just one Babar Ali, and your mission will inspire those people to follow you and become a better version of themselves, and not to just copy you. So one Babar sir is enough for I think inspire the entire world. Yeah, sure. If there is something I can help you with, or your organization, your school, please definitely reach out to me. I would love to help, contribute in any way I can. Yeah, and
sure. Thank you very much. Sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I saw your photos with Anand Kumar of Super 30. So how was that? Like, it was a conference or just you because Anand sir is also associated with educating for free the children who are not so privileged. So you both share like a common mission. So how was your interaction with him?
So you see, we met in many places. We spoke together in many conferences. You see, in different places from 2010 itself.
Mhm.
Okay, we had lots of programs in different places. So of course, you see, when he started mission, his Super 30 and all these things to bring change in the the students who
Mhm.
have the mission to go for IIT. It differ, especially for the higher education sections.
Yeah.
So his mission, it is well recognized across the globe, across the country. Of course, all these good works, people should appreciate all these good works. And he also shared his mission, the difficulties or problems he have faced from his surroundings.
Mhm.
So always these kinds of things gives us more lessons to give more strength that in difficult situation how we can work. Yes.
Yeah, well, I think I should call Anand sir too sometimes on this podcast. I do not know if he will respond to me or not, but if you do have something and if you thought that I can justify him bringing on this podcast, then please let him know that you can, if you are in contact with.
Okay. Yes, yes. I shall try to convey your message to him. Yes, definitely.
And yeah, I think we are pretty much done with it. And like, I have one question: why you accepted the proposal? I think you might be getting a lot of invitations from other people as well to come on the show, to go on TED Talks, or to have meetings like this. So, any special reason why you like came to this podcast and gave your time?
Always my mission is and my wish is to inspire the younger generation like you. Whenever you wanted to do something, why
Mhm.
I should not inspire you? I have not any personal ego. You see, this is the most important thing is ego. We should come out from the ego.
Right.
This is the most important thing. So what I think, when the student like you who is studying in an university, who have the passion to bring the people who are trying to do something in our society, to spread their message, to help their, why I should not support you? Because I appreciated your work and your message and everything.
Mhm.
So that was my motto, and I always I try to inspire the younger generation who actually wants to do something in different way. Maybe you should not open a school, but whatever your passion is, you just follow your passion with patience. So whenever you send me a message, I think I received it in Odisha itself. Then when
Mhm.
I came back in Bengal, and I sent you a reply. My main motto is, I need to inspire our younger generation like you, and you are the peoples. You are also helping us to spread our message.
Yeah.
Still now, who don't know about Ananda Shiksha Niketan,
Mhm.
who don't know about Babar Ali's message, you are also trying to spread this message to them. Why we should not work collaboratively? So
Right.
this
So,
to help each other. So, and the most important thing that I thought in my from my childhood or from my school level, that is utilization of time.
mhm.
So utilization of time. So utilization of time is the most important thing. So I thought that I should utilize my time in a right way, in a
Mhm.
good, for the good cause. And you are trying to do a very good things. You wrote that I want to spread this message in 1,000 peoples.
Mhm.
You see, from 1,000, even one person can do educate or can do something for our society. That is the achievement. So you are also trying to do something. You are also trying. You are as a storyteller. You are also trying to bring the persons like us. So why we should not inspire you? So that is my main thing. That, and usually what I am doing whenever I am getting the younger generation, young
Mhm.
aspirant like you, this is my motto, that I should inspire them. I should give my story, my struggle, and if they can do something. So this is also my wish.
I am honored that you came to this show. And the reason I started this podcasting is to bring out the stories which usually get missed by the media, or the media doesn't support sometimes these kind of stories, or it's just for the sake of fame, they invite a person, ask few questions, and then they do not show, or the reach is not what I thought. So that's the reason I started this thing. And I think we are pretty much I'm done with the show, and thank you so much that you gave your time. Your message will definitely reach 1,000 people at least. I will try to make sure this video reaches to many people. And thank you so much for your time today. Do you have any last question for you, for me, or any advice to the people from your side?
I have not any advice, but thank you for this opportunity. May God bless you all, to you and your beautiful audience. And this is not my message or not an advice, but I always love to say that be good and do good. So again, thank you.
And follow Swamiji and Swamiji's teachings. You will be
Yes,
great in life.
yes, yes. Follow Swamiji, Swami Vivekananda, and his message is one of the sentence: we must leave a mark on the soil in this earth. Okay, we must leave a mark on the soil in this earth. And you mentioned arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And for people, if you want to reach sir, then the website is anandsikshaniketan.in. The links will be in the description below. And this marks the end of this show. Stay tuned for more amazing guests and their inspiring stories that I will be inviting. Till then, stay safe. You are watching the Priyansh Koryat show. Bye-bye. Thank you, sir. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Namaskar.